I'm sure you've heard the sayings that if you cannot beat them, you join them. And it sounds like wisdom. Well, it depends on what you're joining and why you couldn't beat them. Okay? But in the most ethical context, it's a dangerous mindset. My name is Adejumo. I teach leadership and ethics at WCO, Los Angeles, California. And I want to let you know that that phrase sounds very helpful and powerful. In fact, it sounds strategic, but it is dangerous. We barely pause to understand what it actually means. Let me break it down properly. In business and competition, sometimes you cannot defeat a rival. It came before you, they are well established, they had more resources, they had more experience, more partners, they've been around longer than you. Instead of fighting endlessly, you can collaborate with people like that. You can merge, you can align, you can be in partnership with such. That right there is not weakness. That is strategic intelligence. You can't beat your competitor, but you can partner with them. In that context, you can collaborate. As soon as you're unable to beat a competitor in a marketplace and there's room for this, form a partnership, reposition your strengths, pivot your strategy, and learn from them. That right there is calculated adaptation, and it's required in business. Some people are just stronger than you. It's not because you did something wrong. They just have more experience. So it is not wrong when you collaborate with people like that. You are not joining them. This is a strategic thinking. But that is not what most people mean when they say the phrase, if you can't beat them, you join them. And I needed to explain that. Another thing is, most of the time, that statement is used in frustration. You see people cutting corners, manipulating systems. You see them getting ahead through dishonest means. And you think to yourself, if this is how the game is played, maybe I should join them. But that's not a strategy that would work. You are surrendering to a system you once criticized. You see? If you can't beat corruption, does that mean you will become corrupt? Because you are not solving that problem. You just become part of it. And the dangerous part of it is that once you join what you have once criticized, you will lose your moral authority. You can no longer speak against that system. You can no longer challenge it. You can no longer lead differently. So before you join anyone, you also need to ask these questions. Why couldn't you beat them? Why couldn't I win? Was it lack of skill or lack of preparation? Or I didn't have enough discipline? Or I didn't practice enough? Or is patience that I don't have? Or I actually just don't have what it takes to beat them? Or is it that the system is so broken? So if it is skill, then I can take some lessons, improve on my skills. If I have to train myself to be more disciplined, yes. If I have to endure, yes. So that I can have more patience, yes. If the system is broken, would I have to build an alternative? Would I have to collaborate and innovate? These are questions that you will have to answer. But we cannot automatically just compromise. Just try, first of all. Because sometimes you are not losing. You are just early. This is what I mean. They have been doing it for a long time. You just started. There is an incubation period that you also have to experience a gestation period. You will also become great, but it's going to take a little while because you just started a process. You see why you shouldn't join them just join them without discretion. But you need to think how smartly you can get there. Collaborating, getting the experiences, and so much more. I want you to know that your reputation is your first capital. If you can't beat them, join them slang is reckless, even though it sounds strategic. You see what I'm saying? Look, in ethics, it's a horrible situation. It's better to lose temporarily with integrity than to lead or win permanently with compromise. One of the toughest things to get back, to earn back, is integrity. Once you lose it, once you spend your integrity, you may not be able to get it back. In business, in relationship, it's hard, man. So if this conversation challenges your thinking, subscribe to this channel. These are the things we talk about here, man. Ethics, leadership, future, business realities, hard decisions that shape destinies. I'll see you around.